Hello everybody, a bit of a gimmick going on here, isn't it? Got a bit of a paint splat frame which I found in the effects section of the video editor. Bit of a laugh. Anyway, I'm gonna build this one first. The Delta Dart. It's got the simplest of colour callouts. I think I got all the things I need for that. But what I've done, I've got the paints down. So as per the theme of the border, so I'll just give you a recap if I've done this before of what paints I got to choose from. Now, one of the things when you've got a hobby like this is you end up with lots of different types of paint and lots of different forms of different types of paint. You know what I mean? You got all the enamels and the acrylics and then different types of bottles for each manufacturer. So it's not easy to pack. So in the gift sets you get with Airfix, you got little tiny pots about that big, and some people just throw them in the bin, but I always keep them just in case they come in handy, or I can use them for mixing or keeping mixes of pots. So that's what I got there. An old handkerchief box full of paints, which may or may not be necessary or ever used, but it's there to look through. If I just want a little bit of a spot of paint. The latest dropper bottles are on Airfix. These, well, to the latest, they're not Gen 3, but they're type of things you got acrylic paint, the silver that is. You got the red arrows red there. Oh, it's just gloss. So I got that one, so I can tick that off. What I'm doing is going to go through my paints and tick off what I've got against what I need. And in another Ferrero Rocher box, I've got these are extra acrylics. They're a company by Hannah's, the online model sales people. They got their own range of paints. They're not too bad. They're okay. You got to make sure you got a good primer down for those. They don't always tend to beat up a little bit, in my experience. But again, they might be formulated for spray, for all I know. So it might not be the paint's fault. It might be my fault for not being a modern person with spray booths. Similarly, you got before you had the dropper bottles, you had the little Humbrol plastic tubs. This is copper, I think, or bronze, silver. And before then, you had the other type of acrylic pots, where you had the open top, the little catch on the top of there. So before that, you had the plastic version of the ordinary paint pot, the number on top there. I've obviously mixed something different there, so I've written a different number on top of there. So it's not 165, it's 123 and near enough. And then sometimes these things go off, but it takes forever to go through them. And a little lint chocolate tin comes in handy. I'll show you these after because I want to keep to a certain scheme. Now, look, using Ferrero Rocher boxes again, I got the with these paints you are spoiling us. These are the old enamel Airfix Humbrol boxes, tinlets. So these are what would be common in the 70s and 80s, really, for the average bottle maker. Trouble is with the enamels, there I find it harder to clean the brush afterwards, so I've gone away from using them. And because they got the thinners inside the paint, it gives off a bit of more gas, more fumes, vapors. So sometimes I have to. The lid didn't used to stay on when you had tin paints, so I've had to put a little bit of tape and that to hold it in place in the past. Now, I'm always getting tins for keeping things in. This is the Charles III on a Coronation tin. Doesn't look Fitty's choice of biscuits. And so yeah, I've got a list of it I'm starting to make for paints I want to keep. And this has got a range of Humbrol and Revel aqua colours. They're all pardon me, I got a bit of a cold as well. Got a cold, right? And I've I have to use a stick now because I've twisted my knee. Too much turning on the spot without lifting your foot up, and that doesn't do you any good. I'm telling you that for sure. There we are. It's another story. It's they're busy in A&E. They don't really look at somebody who's being stupid turning their knee. So this is my favourite colour at the moment. My type of colour is the Revel Aqua colour, because you've got the nice box, and because of the shape of the box, you can see the plastic tub makes it's easier to twist and open. I can show you it's not now. I haven't been opening these for months now. That was going to take more effort. It might be an empty one. No, that's got stuff in it. That's black. Roll it off. Oh, there we are. Trying to get things all over the place. You got a little, you see there, a little bit of a well. Tell you what, put the light on, shall I? Well, that'll help. Ta-da! There we are. You see the well. I'm trying to think back to front and inside out here. Anyway, there we are. A little bit of shining. So you can have that on the bottom, and you can use it as a little palette well. And you can if they dry up, because they're water based, you can always put a little bit more water in it and make it last longer, which is unsurprisingly what I do. Again, I got some the usual suspects of gunmetal and grey. One of the things in modelling is you got so many different types of grey. You don't just have grey paint, you have sky grey, you have dark sea grey, you have light sea grey, medium sea grey, gull grey, light gull grey, and all sorts of. I thought I bought some white ones. Went to the model show in Telford some years back, and I thought, oh, nice white paint there. And it's not, it's gloss, it's Farbgloss, German for clear gloss. Very useful, good, happy accident that was. So I found out that I'm able to use it quite a lot. So you can use matte paint and then just buff it up with some gloss. Likewise, I've been making my own interior green as well, because I run out of interior green. You might say, oh, why didn't you just pop it on the shop, Rob? Because I haven't got a car, and I'm living in a Welsh village in the middle of nowhere. So, well, it's not in the middle of nowhere, but it's just inaccessible. Anyway, I'm going to tell you where I live. Don't worry about it. So, anyway, over the years, you collect loads of things, which I have done. What was the other thing I was going to show you? Oh, yeah. I've got also got a bits and pieces box. Some broken kits with parts I made put back together. So there's some kits in here. I've got models of them completed. That's a Hawker. See what I'm doing. That's a Hawker Fury wing, sadly demised. That's a Matchbox 2-seat Hunter, which would make certain Peter Oxley cry. He's a model maker online, and he collects Matchbox. But unfortunately, he broke, so I can't have that. But I'm slowly rebuilding my collection. And you get the got some stands there. Not that they ever use stands, but they're there if I need them. And some bits and bobs, even some more paint in there as well. Some description. So, and another box of bits, but they're smaller bits now. So there's bits of wheels, hard point pylons, tyres, missiles, bombs, bits and pieces, fuselage there of a Gladiator, another Matchbox one which got broke, And so you might think, why are you keeping all this now? Because you never know, that's why. You never know what bit you're going to think, oh, I can use that. And I'll show you this one. That's another one again. Some extra Humber paints. So I got to go through all that now and figure out how much of it's going to be used on my first model, which is going to be the dot. It's black inside, so that'll be easier to paint. And surprisingly, there's interior green, it says, on the weapons bay, because it's even in the 60s or whenever this was built, designed, they had an internal weapons bay, which is quite advanced for its time. Something which the F-22 has now. So there we are. That's your video of the week. I hope it wasn't too excited. No chance of that, eh? As you can tell, I got a cold. Bad near cold. Oh, it's February, you know. It's like one of the least popular months of the year. I'm filming this on the 13th, and it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, so that's meaningless to me too. But what a shame. Never mind. But there we are. I'll probably edit out some of this, but thanks for watching. And as time goes by, there'll be different types of videos, and you'll see different videos, obviously. So there we go. British teeth. British teeth. British teeth. Well, they work. No matter whether how shiny or white or all in line they are. That's all what they're for. Anyway, that's a diversion. This way, diversion. No, a Welsh form of something. A diversion. Yeah. Mad. All right. Ciao. Bye bye.